Hi. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Coffee. And for those of you who do know me, I'm Coffee. Welcome back. For a while now I've had a growing interest in indie games. I find that the art direction, gameplay mechanics, storytelling ability, and the overall quality that independent developers bring to the table is nothing short of revolutionary. So, in an effort to work through my ever-growing backlog, I've decided to make these videos talking about the games I enjoy, going into why I like them, why I think they work or don't, and hopefully highlighting these games for those of you who might not have heard about them. I'll do my best not to spoil everything these games have to offer, though I will be showing footage of environments, characters, and a lot of gameplay, so consider yourself spoiler warned. Without further delay, today I wanted to talk about the Toree Games are a series of fast-paced 3D platformers with an emphasis on going fast and collecting items, developed by Siactro, also known as Marcus Horn. The premise of the two main games, Toree 3D and Toree 2, is that you're chasing down a villain named Glitchy, who seems to have been able to steal your precious ice cream cone. An unforgivable crime, truly. There's also the side games such as Toree's Panic Pack, Toree's Jolly Jam, Toree Genesis, and Toree Jumble Jam. But as far as I could tell, these don't really have a plot. Most of them are a remix of the game's levels and assets to offer an extra challenge, with the exception of Toree Genesis, which in my opinion is a beautiful tribute to the Sonic series. In the Toree games, you will be doing a lot of running, jumping over obstacles, collecting items, and avoiding enemies. When you first boot up the game, you'll be presented with 9 levels, but only 8 of which will be playable at the start. To unlock the final level, you first need to beat the first 8, and you're allowed to do so in whichever order you want. The main way to beat the level is to simply reach the end, but if you choose to do so, you can also unlock bonus content in the form of secret characters, by either collecting all the stars on each level or getting A rank, which is achieved by completing the level in a timely manner. At first, I thought that maybe the aspect of collecting items would not meld well with the goal of going fast, since often I would miss stars and would have to backtrack to get to them. But I realized that the levels felt compact enough to where doing multiple runs never felt like a hassle, and I opted for collecting all the stars on my first run, using this opportunity to study the level, and afterwards using that knowledge to try and speedrun to get that A rank. Achieving these goals felt really satisfying, and even now I'm tempted to go back to beat my personal best on each level. When it comes to Toree's movement, you can run, dash, double jump, and overall it all feels fluid and really responsive. I played with the gamepad and it's not difficult to figure out or get into. It basically plays like most 3D platformers, so if you're at all familiar with the genre, I can confidently say you'll feel at home here. Each level offers its own set of obstacles and challenges that will test in different ways how comfortable you are at controlling Toree, making the Toree 3D and Toree 2 games easy to get into and satisfying to master. If you decide to play these two and end up wanting more challenging gameplay, I suggest checking out Toree's Jumble Jam or Toree's Panic Pack, which essentially include a remix of levels made by Caloros, who is one of the level designers for both Toree 3D and its sequel. These levels are a lot more challenging, and if you're up to it, there's a lot of fun in store with these. The ambiance that the Toree series manages to build in its levels is a really fun one. You'll find yourself speeding through vibrant cityscapes, lava-filled ancient ruins, frigid mountaintops, and excuse me? Hello? There is an element of horror in Toree. It takes a backseat for the most part, but know that there will be moments where the game takes an uncanny turn to try and scare you and add some tension to your playthrough. Personally, I felt like even the scares were cute and clever, and I think they give the game a cool twist without really taking from the fun of platforming. After all, in a way, horror has always been a part of 3D platformers, and Toree does it well. The use of color in the series is brilliant. The game's managed to conjure up a late 90s feel with bright pastels, a diverse and in-your-face color palette that keeps the journey from growing stale and is ultimately beautiful and easy to read. The music that accompanies each level is often energetic, upbeat, and a treat to listen to. Some standouts for me were Sea Mama's Harbor that plays on a level by the same name. This one feels especially nostalgic since it pays tribute to Metal Harbor in Sonic Adventure 2, and it's a bop in its own right. We also have songs like Sparkle Park that also play on a level by the same name. Honestly, this one's just a great song that I like listening to inside and outside of the game. Similar to how concept albums follow a certain artistic vision and fit into its own theme, the Toree games have a soundtrack that uplift the ambiance of each level as well as just being solid music on their own. So, although throughout this video I mainly focused on Toree 3D and Toree 2, I had so much fun playing these games, I ended up picking up the rest of the series, as well as even playing some of the other games by Siactro such as MacBat 64 and Kiwi 64, and I can tell there's genuine love for late 90s gaming that the developer is wasting no time in reviving in their own unique style. Personally, I give the Toree series 10 ice cream cones out of 10, and I'm really looking forward to their next game, Toree Saturn, which looks to be even more fast-paced judging by the trailer. Anyways, if you're a fan of fast-paced 3D platformers, I highly recommend giving the Toree series a shot. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then.